Assalamu alaikum. Today our talk about the extraction instrument. So at the beginning, let us see the part or don't know the part of the instrument. So for any instrument like this, for any instrument there is the handle and joint and what other things, the beak. Three things, beaks. So the next step in the extraction forceps to know what is the mandibular one and what is the maxillary one. For differentiate between the maxillary one and the mandibular one, there is one or two things we should determine. So let us know or determine the lower extraction forceps. This is the lower extraction forceps, and to differentiate between the upper and the lower forceps, we can differentiate between the angle or the angulation of the beak with the handle. If there is no angulation or there is no angle between the beak, two beaks, and the handle, this is this is a lower or mandibular extraction forceps. If there is no, actually there is no angulation, it is straight like this. If it is straight like this, if it is straight the beak with the same direction with the handle, this is for the upper. So first step, we should determine or we should differentiate between the upper and the lower from the angulation. And after the differentiation, let us know the lower forceps. For the lower forceps, this forceps with this angle like this is for the central and lateral incisor. And other things to know, is it for the tooth or for the root, we can go for the beak, and here between the two beaks there is the gap. So this is the gap for or to accommodate the crown. If there is a gap, is for accommodation of the crown. If there is no gap like this, is this for the root, because there is no crown. So this for the central and the lateral incisor. And please all the time keep the instrument in front of you and the hinge facing you like this to determine which is which. Other thing or other instrument, the premolar one. So we want to demonstrate for the lower mandibular. This is for the lower mandibular teeth, and we called it full crown or lower full. This is for the 6 and the 7. And if you notice here, there is a notch or is the horn in the two beaks. These two horns to accommodate the forcation area between the mesial and the distal root. So it is like this. The question is if there is any right and left forceps. No. This forceps for left and right extraction mandibular molars. What other things? This for the roots. You notice here. There is no gap. There is no gap between the two beaks. Okay. The other one we called it here cow horn forceps. Cow horn forceps is the nice forceps to extract the root. Whenever there is a crown and stem already fractured with you, you can go for the cow horn forceps to finish up your extraction, and this will accommodate the area between the two roots then. Okay, this for the mandibular forceps or for the extraction forceps for mandibular teeth. We said the central premolar is similar to the full crown or the sixes, and this for the sixes with the two horns, and this is for the remaining root. Okay, and this is cow horn forceps. So, and the differentiation is so clear because there is an angle between the beak and the handle. By now, I think all of you will be cognizant or will be know the lower extraction forceps. So to differentiate between the lower and the upper, as I said previously, with the angle between the handle and the beak. Here there is no angle, straight for the upper is straight, for the upper is straight. Let us start with the central, and as you see here, the central is with this straight angle. This is for the central, and there is a gap in the beak to accommodate the crown, and this is for the central. This upper extraction forceps for the central. For the premolar one, there is a little bit inclination or the angulation is not straight. You can see here and differentiate between the two. It is from side of both instruments. You can differentiate. There is the differentiation. There is a little bit inclination between the hinge and the beak here. This for premolar, and for the central, there is no. All thing is straight on the same line. The hinge with the beak, and once again there is a gap here to accommodate the crown of the premolar, and both beak are smooth. Both beak are smooth. Both beak are smooth beak. Smooth and round beak. Okay. This for premolar. The actual or the real distinction should be with the 6 maxillary extraction, 6 and 7 actually. And for the 6 and 7 or the molar forceps, this forceps in one beak there is a roundation and smooth, and on the other there is a notch. You see here there is a notch in the other beak. So how to differentiate if we know that there is a right and the left forceps? For the right and the left forceps, we can differentiate between them with this notch. Where is the notch? So we can hold these forceps in my hand like this, and we can notice where is the notch, where is the position of the notch, where is the direction of the notch. Here on this occasion, the notch is at the left position of me, on the left hand of me. So that means this for right of the patient, for right upper 6. The other one, when I hold here, I will find this, or you will find this notch is on right position of me, or me as operator. So this forceps is for the left side maxillary molar. So the only distinction, and we can distinguish between the left and the right on the case of the molars, first and the second molar. The other forceps here is the forceps for the upper third molar. This for upper third molar, and you can notice there is a further, or there is the angulation between the hinge and the beak. So still it is for the upper. Because there is a straight angle between the hinge and the handle, not the like lower the angulation between the hinge and the handle. So by now there is no angle between the hinge and the handle. There is only curvature, or there is only angle between the hinge and the beak. And this for the upper third molar. You can see very well here. This is for the third molar. The other one here is upper remaining root forceps, and you can see upper remaining root forceps. So once again there is no angle between the hinge and the handle. So it is clear. There is no angle between the hinge and the handle, but there is a slight inclination between the hinge and the beak. So this for the upper remaining root. And if we notice here, there is no gap between the beak, and the beak is so thin. So this is to grasp or grip the root. And that all for the instrument for today. I hope it was so clear, and then I think it is nice for me to meet you again at the next video, inshallah. Thank you so much for listening and watching this